So naturally, I'm sure a lot of you have watched the live stream, even seen the leaked video beforehand that was somehow leaked by whatever. We're not going to get into that. But anyways, you know, there's plenty of stuff out there for me to make a rant video on. If any of you have followed my series and my complaints about Funcom as a company and how they handle the game Conan Exiles, you know I am very opinionated on this. Now, while a lot of you might not agree with my opinions, I try to give, you know, factual opinions that actually are logical and maybe make you think and, you know, maybe change your perspective on things. I enjoy the game, I like the game, which is why I play the game. I would like to see the game thrive. I was very excited for this update, and personally, the reason I don't want to make a full rant video on all the information that is currently released is because I think the sorcery looks a bit lackluster. I'd like to wait for the test live client to come out to give it a test. They even said they want you to be the star of the show, so while sorcery is something new, getting up in someone's face with an axe or a pike is still going to be the way to go, not to mention with the corruption that you take on your player. You know, you ever heard of an archery build? I don't know, it just seems like you're going to be a target, and even more of a target. But anyways, what I really wanted to discuss today was the Teimos nerf, aka all thralls are being nerfed. Now, first off, they said that the health max that Teimos should be able to receive is around 12k. If you're lucky, get good rolls, whatever. Okay, that's fine. And they want to reduce damage by 50% is what I think they said. How is this addressing thralls? Let me explain something to you. If I have a Teimos with 16,000 health, and now you're going to reduce the health. So, okay, my best Teimos has 12,000 health now. That's still really good. Damage reduced by 50%. That's still very good. How is that? That's not addressing thralls at all. If I have brought it up in my videos before where I feel thralls need a rework, and I think a lot of people agree with that. One of the things you do in the game is you acquire thralls. Now, if one thrall trumps all thralls, then that's going to be the hotspot of where people are going to congregate to get the best thrall. Whereas volcano thralls should be some of the better thralls in the game. And while they're not terrible, against a Teimos is always going to win. And not to mention the fact that a volcano thrall takes longer to level, requires more experience, and a Teimos, you can level him up relatively quickly. What? So what I'm trying to point out here is, if you guys realize what they're doing with this thrall nerf, they're just reducing the health and damage. These are two very simple things they could already have done. Now, the biggest thing that I want to touch on is the fact that they admitted that the health that Teimos got was a bug. You heard that right. If you don't believe me and you haven't watched it, you can skip through it and find it. I'm not posting it here. I cannot be bothered. But they said and openly admitted in front of everyone that the health he received was a bug, and they just didn't have time to fix it, basically. How long has Teimos been in the game with this ridiculous health and you couldn't fix it? When they said that, my jaw almost dropped, because I have complained multiple times in my rant videos that Funcom is lazy and they don't actually fix their game. Let me talk about the fact that fence stacking turned a blind eye to it. It was a bug in the game. It was not an intended mechanic. But now they're going to fix Teimos, like they fixed stacking years down the road and now call it an exploit and you're not allowed to do it. But the Teimos, his health he was getting was a bug that they couldn't address. Like, I'm sorry, if you watch that live stream and listen to these people, it's just like, they don't care. They don't care. This was a bug for how long? You didn't fix it. Stacking was a bug for how long? Let's not even discuss the other bugs that have been in the game, and the most recent one being the bomb duping bug, which they got to pretty quick because, oh my gosh, that would have destroyed so many of the official servers, and they can't have that. The reason I said I didn't want to make a rant video is because don't even get me started on the battle pass. I could have a lot of fun, you know, tearing apart this live stream, and I was actually very sad watching it and listening to what's coming. I was honestly hoping they would, you know, this update would address the core game, fix a lot of the core game, from the combat system to how thralls work. I'm happy about the building system getting addressed. I think that's cool. And then when they told me that you need like a hammer, it made me think they're trying to mimic Rust here, something similar to that. I don't know. It's just thralls have been something that I think should have been addressed for a while now, and I was really hoping that this update would balance them properly and make you know, the players' efforts actually show. You know, if I went and got this thrall and took the time to level it, that's my time that I'm spending doing that. I want my thrall to reflect that, you know. And in my opinion right now, as it sounds, Teimos is still going to be the best. Damage is going to get reduced by 50% on thralls. Can you imagine a berserker now? Because berserkers have terrible health to begin with, and if they're going to reduce the health on thralls, or is it just Teimos getting a nerf on health? Are they reducing it? Because I swear they want to reduce health on all the thralls. Some of these thralls are just, can you imagine? But anyways, I just wanted to touch on that. I don't know if I'm going to make an actual rant video on all the information released. I might wait for, you know, down the road to see what comes out with the test live and more information that is released to us. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed. I'm sure a lot of you in the PvP community are a bit disappointed too. I did like the building. There were some things that were discussed that sounded nice. I don't know how this whole teleporting thing is going to work with the pads and the flying creatures. I don't think sorcery is going to be something that is amazing. I don't think it's... I hope it's not going to break the PvP scenario, but I don't think it's going to be as viable. Maybe if you're in a Zerg with 10 plus people, or, you know, yeah, maybe then it could be useful for some things. We'll see. I want to wait for more information and, like I said, the test live to come out, but we'll see what happens. But we'll wait for some more information on that in the future, and maybe I'll get into a better rant video. It's just, this is what I've said in a lot of my rant videos, and they don't care. They just don't care. If you're telling me that Teimos was a bug and you didn't address it for years, you didn't address stacking for years, why does it take you guys so long to get to these bugs? Why are these little things being addressed in a big update? And the biggest thing that you're basically announcing is adding something else into the core game when the core game still has a lot of stability issues and bugs that should be addressed and worked out and, you know, tweaked a bit to make it actually feel like this update is bringing something fresh. From what I hear, it's going to be the same game with sorcery and just some added stuff to it. It's not what I was hoping for from the update. I'm curious what you guys were hoping for, and if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe.